Hello and welcome to the 18 WJTS News for this Monday, September 8th, 2025. Thank you so much for choosing us for your local news coverage this evening. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam reporting. 50-year-old Ellen Korn of Petersburg, Indiana, has been sentenced to 1 year and 9 months in federal prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release after pleading guilty to 5 counts of wire fraud. Korn was also ordered to pay over $120,000 in restitution costs. Court documents show that from March 2017 to August 2022, Korn served as the executive director for a Du Bois County nonprofit that facilitates a youth mentoring program and provides college scholarships for local high school students. During her tenure, Korn handled financial responsibilities, including entering all income and expenses into the organization's accounting software and had access to the nonprofit's credit card. Over the five-year period, Korn stole a total of $161,344.85 through several methods. She used the organization's credit card for personal expenses at businesses including Amazon, Target, and Walmart, and to pay for her children's college tuition. In total, Korn made approximately 1,226 unauthorized credit card transactions. She also transferred funds from the nonprofit's PayPal account to her personal account and made unauthorized purchases directly from the organization's checking account using both debit cards and checks. Korn maintained enough funds in the organization's accounts to cover her illegitimate spending by reducing funding for certain departments and programs. In 2022, she failed to notify a first-generation college student that they had been selected to receive a scholarship. To conceal the fraud, Korn deliberately omitted the unauthorized transactions from the nonprofit's accounting records, which were regularly presented to the board of directors and the organization's tax preparer. Federal authorities noted that Korn's actions violated the trust placed in her as executive director of an organization dedicated to serving local youth. U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Indiana, Tom Wheeler, emphasized that the sentence demonstrates accountability and the commitment to protecting nonprofits from financial exploitation. The U.S. Secret Service highlighted the case as an example of pursuing officials who illegally enrich themselves through fraud, while the Jasper Police Department credited Detective Sergeant Greg Brescher and members of the community for providing information that helped uncover the scheme. The investigation was jointly conducted by the U.S. Secret Service and the Jasper Police Department. A large industrial fire in Warwick County is now out after burning for more than 12 hours over the weekend. Crews with the Ohio Township Fire Department responded around 2:40 Saturday afternoon to PBTT, a metal plating manufacturer on the 5600 block of Van Road near Van Newburgh. The blaze was declared extinguished just before 4 a.m. on Sunday. Shelter-in-place advisories were issued during the fire due to hazardous materials inside the facility. Those advisories have since been lifted, and officials say air monitoring has not detected any of the facility's monitored chemicals outside the site. The immediate area around the plant remains restricted while investigators continue their work, however. Authorities say ash and debris may be present in neighborhoods downwind of the fire. Testing has shown the ash to be highly caustic, and residents are urged not to touch it. Anyone who finds material is asked to report it to the local officials or the EPA for testing. Guidance for safe cleanup will be released once state and federal environmental agencies complete their assessments. No injuries were reported, though officials confirmed combustible metals and other hazardous substances were involved. They also say runoff from firefighting operations reached a nearby lake and water samples are being analyzed. Fish deaths are considered possible. Multiple agencies responded, including departments from Warwick, Vandenberg, and Spencer counties. Warwick County leaders say they are preparing a local emergency disaster declaration to ensure resources are available if needed. Even the Warwick County Humane Society voluntarily evacuated its shelter during the fire and says all animals were moved safely with the help of emergency fosters. Firefighters were called out late Saturday night after a blaze broke out behind Louie's Tavern in the Fulda community of Spencer County. The fire, reported near Indiana 545, spread quickly through what locals describe as an old sawmill structure. Witnesses shared on social media that the building was fully engulfed when crews arrived, with several departments responding to contain the flames. As of early Sunday, no injuries had been reported. The cause of the fire and the extent of the damage remain under investigation, however. Authorities have not yet released official details, and updates are expected as more information becomes available. The Indiana Department of Homeland Security is actively investigating a suspected arson that occurred in the early morning hours of Sunday, August 24th, 2025, at the residence located at 106 Mill Street in Washington, Indiana. At approximately 1:20 a.m. Eastern, the Washington Fire Department responded to a structure fire at that location. Emergency crews were able to extinguish the fire, and investigators later determined that the fire was intentionally set. The Indiana Department of Homeland Security is urging anyone who may have information related to this incident to come forward. A reward of up to $5,000 is being offered for information that leads to the conviction of the persons responsible for this crime. Anyone with relevant information is encouraged to contact the Indiana Arson Hotline at 1-800-382-4628. The DuBois County Democratic Party is publicly calling for Sheriff Tom Kleinhelter's immediate resignation, citing a loss of public trust under his leadership. A state audit found nearly $17,000 in unauthorized jail commissary spending, and court affidavits highlighted questionable use of the sheriff's donation fund and inconsistent handling of travel refunds. Although no criminal charges were filed, the Indiana Law Enforcement Training Board has brought administrative charges including fraud and official misconduct and is considering revoking his law enforcement certification. The DuBois County Democrats emphasized the need for transparent, accountable leadership to restore public confidence in the sheriff's office. Taken from the DuBois County Democrats' press release that was released to us earlier today. Quote, as leaders and residents of DuBois County, we believe public officials must be held to the highest ethical and moral standards. The sheriff's office in particular depends entirely on the trust of the people it serves. That trust has been compromised under Sheriff Tom Kleinhelter's leadership. Our community deserves leadership that reflects integrity, honesty, and a commitment to the highest standards of public service. Nothing less will restore the trust that has been lost, end quote. You can find the entire press release on this story on our website over on WJTS.tv. The Rotary Club of DuBois County is excited to announce a special online auction running from Monday, September 8th at 10 a.m. through Thursday, September 18th at 10 a.m. This unique auction features exclusive items personally donated by Olympic champion Lily King, with all proceeds benefiting the Rotary Club of DuBois County. Interested supporters can pre-register right now. Auction items include autographed photos of Lily King, a USA Swimming beanie from Lily's personal collection, an autographed USA Swimming t-shirt, and an autographed Team USA swim cap. Community members are invited to register and place bids by visiting the link found on our website. The auction coincides with the Athena Awards banquet, where Lily King will serve as keynote speaker on Wednesday, September 17th. The event will honor 5 outstanding female leaders from DuBois County, including Megan Durloff, Diana Fisher, Clara Fromey, Laura Grammer, and Dr. Tara Rashi. And that is your Monday news right here on 18 WJTS. Next up is that weather forecast.